I'd like to know something. I read on your thing another liberal. Well, I'm not a liberal, libertarian. So, if you're gonna take a shot at my political affiliation, it's libertarian, not liberal. Because I don't support Barack Obama. Don't like him. Number one, he is too much of a socialist for me to stomach. And number two, he lacks any real experience to even run his share of the Senate, let alone this country. And then I go on the flip side, McCain. McCain is too liberal for me. As much as he tries to pretend now to be a maverick, to be this stand against his own party for his principles back in the Constitution, well, that's full of horse shit. Straight up, he's the most liberal Republican that's there. He's even more of a liberal than Schwarzenegger. And to tell you the truth, I don't like a lot of his views, a lot of his voting habits, because I took the time to study it. 90% of it has been always Democrat. His voting record shows the so-called tax cuts that he was supposed to endorse, shot it down. He voted with the liberals. Every bill he's ever co-sponsored, liberals. I mean, even his campaign ads that made me laugh, because Biden, the Obama's pick for vice president, likes him. And Lord, let's get a piece of the convention. Lieberman. Wasn't he, I think, wasn't he John Kerry's choice for the VP? So, and how many Republicans really come out for him? The two that really stood out to really endorse him was Giuliani, Thompson, and whatever the other loser was. These guys didn't even scratch the surface in the primaries. And his vice presidential pick, I'm not even going to start there. But does the word Dan Quayle ring a bell with you? She's just another Dan Quayle. Extremely, it proved the hypocrisy of McCain. He was bashing Obama for years on experience. And what's the first thing he crawls out of the hole? He chooses a vice president that's had extremely little experience outside of Alaska. What? Rhode Island has more people than Alaska. Maybe the biggest state. But you got all that many acreage and only less than a few thousand people. It wasn't much for her to govern up there, what? That's why nobody down there ever heard of it. They're like, who's this? She reminds me of what Bush 41 did. He got somebody with very little experience and not enough to be gone after. Maverick, the liberals give him that name because he's one of theirs. So before you start throwing around who's a conservative and who's a liberal to your very narrow margin, you better look at who you're supporting. You sit there brag about McCain, you better look a lot more than just his so-called war record. Look at his congressional acts. And then you come off his congressional record. Look under the Federal Registry. Every law that's ever been voted on, his almost 20-something year career. Look it over and then post a comment about that. When you can put up every bill he's ever voted for and find out how much he's really voted conservative and how much he's really voted liberal, then I'll let you be the judge of that. Peace.